man of ordinary aptitude, repeatedly struck the Chaos Bell 9 times. Even the fossilized bones in the coffins of the Chaos Sacred Land couldn't stay sealed. They crawled out one by one to fight for a disciple. "This is my disciple. Whoever dares to snatch him, this old man will suppress him under a latrine for 10,000 years." Today was the day the Chaos Sacred Land, a place so desolate even birds wouldn't bother to defecate there, was accepting disciples. It was once the strongest sacred land, but ever since the Chaos Great Emperor ascended, it had declined. Only today did it show some signs of life. Xiao Yun, after exhausting all his strength, finally stepped into the Chaos Sacred Land. At this moment, the system announced, "Congratulations to the host for obtaining one enlightenment opportunity." It hadn't been easy. He had been in this world for 19 years and had finally completed his first mission. The system quickly refreshed with a new mission: join the Chaos Sacred Land. Reward: Enlightenment Opportunities X3. One must know that the chance of enlightenment in a person's life is incredibly small. Even a genius might only experience it a few times in their entire life. Xiao Yun grinned. "Join the Chaos Sacred Land? That's exactly what I want." Although the Chaos Sacred Land had declined, a lean camel is still bigger than a fat horse. Being able to cultivate here would undoubtedly give him more opportunities to become a peerless powerhouse. At this time, a large bell fell from the sky onto the square. When the large bell landed, the sound was deafening, making people's souls tremble. An old man with a figure-8 beard in front of the large bell told everyone not to panic. "This is the Chaos Bell, a divine weapon of the Chaos Great Emperor. All right, no more unnecessary words. Our Chaos Sacred Land doesn't have many rules. There's only one trial for accepting disciples, and that is to strike the Chaos Bell." The guiding elder stroked his beard, thinking, "I wonder how many prodigies or immortal seedlings will appear in this batch." Everyone began to line up, one by one, to touch the Chaos Bell, but instead of a sound, a golden light flashed, teleporting away the person who touched it. The examinees were all flustered. The elder added, "Don't be nervous. If you can't make the Chaos Bell ring, it will send you home." Time passed bit by bit, and a large number of people were teleported away. At this moment, the elder's face was full of helplessness. It seems this year will be another fruitless one. To think that a dignified sacred land had declined to the point where it couldn't even find one qualified genius. After an unknown amount of time, the Chaos Bell finally rang. The guiding elder looked at the youth who had struck the bell once and shook his head. He couldn't see any astonishing physique in him. He clearly wasn't a genius. He feared it could only ring once. But the slap in the face came quickly. Soon, another sound rang out. This object, named the Chaos Bell, was a divine weapon of the Chaos Great Emperor, the founding ancestor of the Chaos Sacred Land. As long as someone could make it ring once, they were considered enrolled in the Chaos Sacred Land. Yet, someone had managed to make it ring 9 times, causing even the elders, now dry skeletons lying in their coffins, to rise from their graves, exclaiming their desire to take this brother as their disciple. The 2 elders were so surprised their beards snapped. Emperor Fu Ling, Di Tian, and even the Sacred Master couldn't believe their ears. The 2 elders' jaws dropped in astonishment. "Who is this kid? He still has the strength to ring the bell. Isn't that?" Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is our protagonist today, Xiao Yun. Rewind a few minutes. In the 9 Immortals continent, the Chaos Sacred Land was once the strongest. After the Chaos Great Emperor ascended to immortality, it began to gradually decline. And today was the day the Chaos Sacred Land opened its doors to accept disciples. Although it was said that the Chaos Sacred Land had declined, a centipede with 100 legs doesn't fall over even when dead, so people still flocked to become disciples. After climbing thousands of steps, Xiao Yun let out a sigh of relief. So this is the Chaos Sacred Land? Since I transmigrated to this world, it has made me wait a full 19 years. If this continues, the system's first mission can be considered complete. At the same time, the Enlightenment system, which granted enlightenment opportunities upon mission completion, also issued a notification. Confirmation: entry into the Chaos Sacred Land territory completed. Reward: 1 enlightenment point. New mission: join the Chaos Sacred Land. Reward: enlightenment opportunities will be tripled. Upon seeing this information, Xiao Yun became extremely excited. The new mission is so generous, rewarding 3 enlightenment opportunities. I absolutely have to do it. But then he paused when he looked at the requirements for this mission. Enlightenment was a state that cultivators entered extremely randomly while comprehending the Great Tao. For an ordinary person to achieve enlightenment once was already cause for burning incense and thanking the heavens. Even those prodigies, super geniuses, might only achieve enlightenment 2 or 3 times in their entire lives. As a fallen noble in a declining small kingdom, I have seen many things in these 19 years, bending my back and losing all dignity due to lack of strength. But starting today, step aside. Extras. With this enlightenment system by my side, no one can stop me, not even heaven. A large bell appeared in the sky, causing the crowd to stir. Hey, look! What is that? It's so big! Even Xiao Yun had to look up attentively. A loud bell toll followed immediately, shaking the heavens and the earth. While others were still discussing it, the bell toll just now felt like even my 6 organs, 5 viscera and soul were about to shatter. Xiao Yun was secretly trembling with fear. I was just saying, Old Man Heaven doesn't need to be so serious, does he? 2 elders appeared simultaneously to reassure and explain about the Chaos Bell. Cleansing the meridians and replacing the marrow, the Chaos Bell bestows blessings again. He hadn't even finished speaking when he saw the elder kneeling at his feet with a warm greeting. The reception elder of the Chaos Sacred Land respectfully welcomes the Divine Son. In his heart, he was immensely proud. I can't believe I actually get to receive a Divine Son. I'm about to be recorded in the sect's history. Xiao Yun's eyes darted around as he stammered, Elder, isn't this a bit too exaggerated? But the elder remained firm. Not at all. The Divine Son's status is equivalent to the Sacred Master's. This old servant dares not be disrespectful. The Chaos Sacred Master, who had just appeared, quickly added, Finally, the Chaos Sacred Land has waited for this day. While the other candidates were prostrating themselves on the ground, respectfully greeting the Sacred Master, he announced to Xiao Yun, Divine Son, there is no need for ceremony. Follow me. The great powers of the Sacred Land are all waiting to accept a disciple. At this moment, Xiao Yun couldn't help but feel a surge of joy. I thought I'd have to start from the bottom. Using 1 enlightenment opportunity when striking the bell, I didn't expect to ascend to heaven in 1 step. The system quickly issued a notification. Congratulations on obtaining 3 enlightenment opportunities. Refreshing mission. After bringing him to the Chaos Great Hall, the Sacred Master excitedly introduced Xiao Yun. These several grand elders, fossilized ancestors, all want to accept you as their disciple. However, who you choose is your freedom. We will not force you. Xiao Yun immediately bowed his head and replied, Yes, Sacred Master. The elders were also chattering amongst themselves. Strange, the Divine Son feels very ordinary, with no special physique, nor does he resemble a reincarnated great power. Another elder spoke up in his defense. Brother, you're overthinking it. How can someone who can make the Chaos Bell ring 9 times be someone you and I can see through? A loud laugh echoed in the great hall. I am Grand Elder Lei Ming. My thunder god art can summon heavenly tribulations, its power unparalleled. Divine Son, are you willing to take me as your master? His invitation made the elder beside him scoff. A mere Grand Elder wants to accept the Divine Son? What wishful thinking. Divine Son, I am the undying ancestor. My undying demon art can forge an immortal and indestructible body. Other elders also chimed in. What's an ancestor? I am the saber fossil. My domineering cultivation can make me invincible. Or become the disciple of me, the ancient fossil, Xiao Yun exclaimed in his heart. They really are fossils. But each one seems very powerful. Who should I choose? While he was bewildered, he heard a very determined voice. Divine Son, this old man is Grand Elder Di Tian. Although this old man's cultivation is unstable, I cultivate the Chaos Sutra, which can forge a Chaos Sacred Body, the #1 physique in the world. The Emperor's throne is also within reach. At the same time, the system issued a new mission notification. Choose Di Tian as your master. Reward, 5 enlightenment opportunities. This quickly led him to make his choice. What was there to hesitate about? Naturally, Xiao Yun immediately stepped forward and gave his answer. Ancestral fossilized elders. This disciple is willing to acknowledge Di Tian, Grand Elder, as my master and cultivate the Chaos Sutra. His choice caused a wave of indignation in the Great Hall. Ridiculous! The Chaos Sutra is too difficult to cultivate. Apart from the ancestor, no one can master it. That's right. Di Tian only made the Chaos Bell ring 6 times and still couldn't fully cultivate the Chaos Sutra. It requires enlightenment. He will harm the Divine Sun. Dai Tian refused to back down and retorted, "My inability to master it doesn't mean the Divine Sun can't." Fu Ling, who was nearby, quickly added, "Besides, don't forget that cultivating the Chaos Sutra allows one to be invincible within the same realm." But the other elders still wouldn't yield, arguing fiercely. "Even in the transcendent realm, I couldn't become a saint. What's the use of being invincible in the same realm?" "That's right. If the Divine Sun also can't become a saint, wouldn't our Chaos Sacred Land become a laughingstock? Indeed, if that's the case, our sacred land won't be able to hold its head high." At this very moment, Xiao Yun received a notification. Renounce the status of Divine Sun. Reward 10 enlightenment opportunities. This quickly made him think, all right, what's done is done. He then made a decisive decision. Ancestral fossilized elders. This disciple is willing to renounce the status of Divine Sun and take Di Tian as my master. This way, even if this disciple cannot forge the chaos body, it will not bring shame to the sacred land. Xiao Yun's choice left everyone stunned. A blunt question even arose in the Great Hall. What? Seeing their reaction, he could only sigh with regret. I didn't want to give it up either. The system forced me to. Afterwards, Xiao Yun stood up to resolve the awkward situation. Ancestral fossilized elders, please listen to this disciple. If this disciple can master the Chaos Sutra, then I can quickly become a Divine Sun again. Conversely, it will prove that this disciple is not qualified. Therefore, please grant my wish. But they continued to offer sincere advice. The status of Divine Sun is equivalent to the Sacred Master. Please reconsider. Divine Sun, please think it over. What you are giving up are the best cultivation resources. Young man, don't be rash. Xiao Yun then continued to feign regret, thinking, since I have to give up the Divine Sun status anyway, I might as well pretend to be magnanimous. The Sacred Master, after silently observing the situation, stepped forward to resolve it. All right, since you are so determined, then let's do as you say. From today onwards, you are the disciple of Di Tian, Grand Elder. Everyone, dismiss. They left with helpless sighs. Let's go. This is fate. It was so hard to get a Divine Sun. What a pity. That's right. I thought this time we could finally rise up. After the hall quieted down, he immediately bowed to his master. Disciple Xiao Yun pays respects to master. Di Tian also responded to him with a solemn attitude. Since you trust me so much, I will definitely teach you everything in my remaining days. This information made Xiao Yun's face suddenly look uneasy. Remaining days? I just became your disciple and you're already about to die? Are you kidding me? Unable to be patient any longer, he bluntly asked, Master, how much time do you have left? Di Tian didn't mind answering. The transcendent realm only has 1,000 years of lifespan. This master is already 900 years old this year. This made Xiao Yun feel somewhat relieved in his heart. Luckily, there are still 100 years left. Di Tian, having just received a precious disciple, urged, Let's go! To my Di Peak, my Dai Mansion. As Xiao Yun trotted behind, he kept asking, So master, what can be done to increase lifespan? He quickly received the answer. Break through to the heaven realm, and lifespan can increase to 2,000 years. However, it's hopeless for me in this lifetime. Back then, I was known as the strongest Divine Sun in the sacred land. I truly had many followers, so I built many palaces. But when I couldn't break through, my followers left one by one. The 2 of them strolled through the Spirit Beast Garden and then to the Spirit Rice Field. But all the buildings were empty. Even Dai Mansion was completely deserted. According to Dai Tian, now only Fu Ling and I, 2 servants, remain. After talking for a while, we've arrived. Next, I will explain to you the basic knowledge of cultivation. We cultivators have a total of 14 major realms: body tempering, chi refining, divine bridge, grotto heaven, spirit nurturing, awakening, aperture opening, nirvana, transcendent, heaven realm, saint, great saint, quasi-emperor, and great emperor. Xiao Yun glanced over and secretly marveled. So many realm names. Whether they can be achieved or not, this picture is too brutal. Di Tian gently told Xiao Yun, "Now I will impart the Chaos Sutra to you, helping you step into the body-tempering realm. Between heaven and earth, I am one. All things are not all things. It is difficult for two eyes to perceive. The universe holds the ultimate truth." Xiao Yun focused and pondered. So this is the Chaos Sutra? It has 10 layers? It's truly profound and vast. I wonder what the effect of enlightenment will be on the Chaos Sutra. Let's try it. Fu Ling entered to announce, "Young Master's clothes have been selected." I wonder how long it will take for Young Master to comprehend the first layer of the Chaos Sutra. Anxiously, Di Tian cradled the ginseng in his hand and said with a smile, "No need to worry. Based on Xiao Yun's aptitude, it will take at most 3 days. This 100,000-year-old ginseng will be used for his foundation. I want to create a powerful protective body for him." Fu Ling was a little concerned. Back then, Master comprehending the first layer in 7 days was already the fastest record. If Young Master cannot surpass... The ginseng box in Fu Ling's hand suddenly fell to the ground. She looked at Xiao Yun with a horrified expression. This... Di Tian glanced at her and complained, "Fu Ling, how old are you? Why are you still so impolite?" Just a few seconds later, he made an even more exaggerated expression than Fu Ling. Oh my heavens! Xiao Yun, sitting on the side, was still focused on cultivating, oblivious to the world. Fu Ling and Di Tian shouted in unison, "Spiritual energy infusion! Young Master has comprehended the first layer of the Chaos Sutra." Xiao Yun smiled inwardly. One enlightenment comprehended the first layer of the Chaos Sutra? Then what are we waiting for? Let's go! Anyway, there are still 17 more times. Fu Ling hurriedly turned to ask Di Tian, "Master, Young Master is still comprehending. Could it be that he wants to take this opportunity to comprehend the second layer?" He speculated, "Not necessarily. For the second layer, I spent a whole year." A golden lotus unexpectedly sprouted from the ground. The whole room became noisy again with Di Tian's shout. This is the Earth Emergence. Golden Lotus, the second layer of the Chaos Sutra. Heavens! Fu Ling gasped in horror. "Master, Young Master doesn't seem to have any intention of stopping. The 9th layer of the Chaos Sutra, the Spirit Light." Xiao Yun's entire body floated gently into the air. Fu Ling was so happy that tears fell. "Master, this time you have truly found a treasure. Perhaps in this lifetime we can really witness the birth of the Chaos Body." Di Tian looked at Xiao Yun with pride. "That's right. Back then, I intended to break the records of my predecessors and comprehend the 9th layer, spending 30 years. For this person not to succeed is truly against heavenly principles." Outside, streaks of lightning continuously flashed across the sky, thundering loudly. The people were terrified, their faces turning pale. Huh? What happened at Dai Peak? The Divine Sun is at Dai Peak. Divine Sun? What? Didn't he renounce his status as Divine Sun? Now he's nothing! That's right, giving up such good resources, he's clearly a fool. The Sacred Master looked up at the sky and said, "Earth Emergence, Golden Lotus, Spirit Power, Body Tempering. Di Tian is really going all out to forge a peerless foundation for him. What a pity. Is it really worth it?" Su Jingxiao curiously asked, "Master, is this Grand Elder Di Tian body tempering for Xiao Yun?" Grand Elder Tian Yi replied with a contemptuous tone, "Di Tian is simply wasting his energy and time. That trash Divine Sun cannot master the Chaos Sutra." Jealousy began to rise in Jingxiao's heart. It's all this Xiao Yun's fault for stealing my spotlight. Apart from him, only I made the Chaos Bell ring 5 times. On this side, Di Tian went from one surprise to another. Fleshly body, golden light. Xiao Yun has reached the extreme of body tempering. Fu Ling held the ginseng in her hand and asked, "Master, the foundation building preparations are all heavenly and earthly treasures, taking 100 years. Wouldn't that be a complete waste then?" Di Tian happily told Xiao Yun, You have forged a peerless foundation, so naturally, you don't need it. However, it can't be wasted either. At this time, many disciples are entering the sect. You too should also go and accept a disciple. It's just right to keep Xiao Yun company. Fu Ling was extremely excited by DTN's suggestion. Accept a disciple. Really? I'll go right away. A moment later, Xiao Yun gently landed on the ground. He stood before DTN, bowed his head, and called out, "Master!" He then asked in bewilderment, "Master, why did Fu Ling leave?" DTN enthusiastically recounted, "Fu Ling thought it was a great pity to waste the foundation building liquid, so I told her to go choose and accept a disciple." Disciple, in one day, 9 layers, you have reached the extreme of body tempering, 10 myriad pounds of strength. Xiao Yun suddenly realized, extreme body tempering? Then won't I be able to quickly advance to the qi condensation realm? DTN quickly dispelled that thought. No. Next, you must stay in the body tempering realm and lay a solid foundation. Based on your talent, you must reach the theoretical limit in each realm to truly be invincible in the world. Xiao Yun asked curiously, "So what is the limit of body tempering?" DTN began to analyze. "You haven't even cultivated combat skills yet and have already reached the extreme state. As long as you cultivate combat skills, you can step into the forbidden domain. Each increase of 10 myriad pounds of strength is called 1 prohibition. 9 prohibitions is divine. The only one to achieve 9 prohibitions, 100 myriad pounds of strength, was our chaos ancestor." Xiao Yun's eyes lit up, full of eagerness. "Then what are we waiting for, Master? Quickly impart combat skills to me." DTN gently reminded, "Disciple, don't be hasty. Combat skills cannot be cultivated casually. You must enter the sect's Spirit Pavilion. The Spirit Pavilion will proactively help you choose combat skills. Wait for Fu Ling to finish accepting her disciple and complete body tempering. Tomorrow morning, after the Spirit Pavilion opens, we will go together." Xiao Yun grinned and replied, "As Master arranges." That afternoon, Fu Ling led her new disciple in to meet everyone. "Congratulations, young master, on forging an unparalleled foundation. Xiao Ya, quickly greet your senior brother." Lin Xiao Ya stood innocently before Xiao Yun and said, "Lin Xiao Ya greets senior brother. I heard senior brother renounced his status as divine son." Fu Ling flared up and shouted, "This girl is really something, always touching people's sore spots." Xiao Ya, however, ignored her master's words and intently asked Xiao Yun, "May I ask, senior brother, what are your thoughts?" Facing Xiao Ya's innocent questions, Fu Ling immediately grabbed her collar and threw her straight into the basin of yellow liquid right in front of them. "Go build your foundation for this old woman. What's with all the nonsense?" Water splashed onto Xiao Ya's face, but she still grinned with delight. "Yes, master." Xiao Yun couldn't stop praising this girl. Xiao Ya's talent is excellent. With the foundation building liquid prepared for many years, she should be able to quickly reach the extreme of body tempering in the future. Fu Ling said, "Consider the girl lucky. This was originally prepared for young master to build a proper foundation. Tomorrow, go with your senior brother to choose combat skills. Strive to enter the extreme of body tempering soon." Xiao Ya replied happily, "I understand." The second day, at the Spirit Pavilion, people began to gather in large numbers. Xiao Ya was extremely surprised. So many people. Because new disciples were just accepted yesterday, that's why there are so many people today, Fu Ling further explained. Normally, only during combat power tests or when choosing combat skills do so many people come here. As soon as those people saw Xiao Yun, they began to mock him. "Isn't that divine son Xiao Yun? Is he also here to test his combat power? Divine son, my foot! Now he's an ordinary disciple. I think it's already excellent if he can reach 30,000 pounds of combat power." "I'll bet 20,000. Xiao Ya was furious. "How dare you speak ill of my senior brother? Watch me scare you all later." She then turned to ask Fu Ling for permission. "Master, let senior brother and I go test our combat power together." Fu Ling confidently said, "Based on young master's strength, there's no need for a test." Xiao Ya persistently pleaded, "Master, he doesn't need it, but I do. Let me go, please." Fu Ling smiled and agreed. "All right then, go ahead." Xiaoya skipped happily to the combat power testing area. On the dueling platform, a young man was currently using all his strength to punch forward. The combat power score gradually appeared. He laughed arrogantly. 50,000. I'm truly a genius. This person was the disciple of Grand Elder Tai Yi, Zhu Ping. Xiaoya scoffed. Isn't it just 50,000 pounds? Is it that arrogant? I can do it too if I go up. Xiaoya's words received countless criticisms. Little girl, don't talk nonsense. 50,000 pounds of strength is already the great completion of the body tempering realm. Only a few geniuses can achieve such strength after building their foundation. That's right. Where did this girl come from? She doesn't even have basic knowledge. Zhu Ping said resentfully. I recognize you. Your name is Lin Xiaoya. Yesterday, you managed to ring the chaos bell 3 times, while I rang it 4 times. With your meager talent, you dare to boast shamelessly in front of me? It's utterly ridiculous. Xiaoya said with a sarcastic tone. Isn't it just 50,000 pounds? What's so great about it? This young lady will test it for you to see. Xiaoya quickly gathered all her strength into her fist and then threw a powerful punch at the combat power measuring pillar. A scale was running up to 30,000. Zhu Ping still said arrogantly, Truly conceited. This young master is waiting for you to be slapped in the face. However, just a few seconds later, the combat power measuring pillar emitted a dazzling light. Zhu Ping's jaw dropped in utter horror. Silver! Silver light! The people present were also blinded by that light. That's silver light! This girl has surpassed the great completion of body tempering and entered the peak of body tempering. How is this possible? Such terrifying strength. Xiaoya walked away proudly, having achieved a score of 60,000. Well, convinced yet? Xiao Yun, watching from the side, also laughed with pride. As expected of my junior sister. Impressive. Zhu Ping continuously slandered Xiaoya. What's there to be proud of? She must be like that Xiao Yun, relying on shameful, deceitful tricks to gain strength. Xiaoya angrily shouted, Shut up! My senior brother is a one-of-a-kind prodigy. How could he be deceitful? Zhu Ping spat disdainfully. Prodigy? I spit on you. Do you know how good the treatment for a divine son is? Only a fool would give it up. He must have been stripped of his divine son position by the sacred master because of his deceitful tricks, and only said he gave it up voluntarily to save face. The brothers below began to chime in. Analyzing it this way is also true. Why didn't I think of that? Yes, it must be like that, so that Xiao Yun is so shameless. Xiao Yun keenly noticed. Fu Ling, this person seems to be intentionally targeting us. Fu Ling briefly introduced this person to Xiao Yun. Young master, this person is the disciple of Grand Elder Tian Yi, who is at odds with master like water and fire. Xiao Yun replied sternly, So that's how it is. Jing Xiao, from somewhere, leaped out, showing off. Very well, I will let you know what a one-of-a-kind prodigy truly is. The surrounding crowd started chattering. It's Su Jingxiao. Yesterday, apart from Xiao Yun, he was the only super genius worthy of 5 bell tolls. I heard his master, Grand Elder Tianyi, is about to break through to the heaven realm. Look at his aura. He's definitely reached the peak of body tempering. Jing Xiao clenched his fist and told Xiao Yun, Watch closely. As soon as he finished speaking, he punched the measuring stele with all his might. Everyone gasped in astonishment. 90,000 combat power. This is already the perfect body tempering realm. Reaching the peak of body tempering in one day, truly a heaven-sent talent. Hearing these flattering words, Jing Xiao grinned smugly. He turned his head and said with a feigned modest tone, You all flatter me. I can't compare to Senior Brother Xiao Yun's 9 tolls. Senior Brother Xiao, please come and let everyone witness. Xiao Ya hurriedly urged Xiao Yun, Senior Brother, quickly come and let these low-level dog-eyed people see. He just gently said, One must be humble. Xiao Yun's face suddenly changed after reading the system's mission, surprising everyone around. Create a sensation. Reward. 3 enlightenment opportunities. Xiao Yun immediately changed his mind. Of course, when necessary, showing off a little isn't impossible. This mission is a bit unorthodox. Isn't this just telling me to show off? Jing Xiao arrogantly demanded, What, scared? If you're scared, Kneel down and call me Grandpa 3 times. Xiao Yun smiled meaningfully and replied, What's there not to dare? Am I afraid of you? He used a teleportation skill, moving forward at the speed of light. Jing Xiao, startled, looked up to follow Xiao Yun, who finally landed right in front of the measuring stele. He said sternly to Jing Xiao, Then open your dog eyes and look clearly. After speaking, Xiao Yun, full of momentum, threw a punch forward. Jing Xiao stood frozen like a statue, watching the scene unfold. A dazzling light erupted. With just one punch, Xiao Yun reached 100,000. The common folk were also stunned by this result. My God, is that the extreme realm golden light? How could it be? He actually reached the extreme body tempering realm in one day. Heavens, this is truly a one-of-a-kind talent. A reincarnated ancient genius? On this side, Xiao Yun was excited to have completed the mission. Come on, call me Grandpa. Jing Xiao couldn't have predicted such an outcome. Damn it, how did it turn out like this? The crowd also began to leave. As expected of a former divine son, impressive. Su Jingxiao has lost so much face this time. Let's see how he cleans up this mess. Xiaoya hugged Xiao Yun's arm and giggled with delight. I knew senior brother was the most amazing. Look at his expression. It seems like he's about to unleash a major move. Jingxiao's face was clearly full of bitterness. If that's the case, just as he launched forward, everyone's attention was focused on him. Look, Su Jingxiao is about to make a move. Unexpectedly, out of 36 stratagems, he chose to flee. Jingxiao's surprising action left the crowd dumbfounded. Fu Ling gently informed Xiao Yun, Let's go, young master. It's time. He quickly replied, Let's go into the spirit pavilion with Xiao Ya. Cut to the inside of the spirit pavilion. Xiao Ya was extremely delighted with the surrounding scenery. So beautiful, Xiao Yun also had to admit, yes, it's truly very beautiful. On the formation, portals of various levels appeared one by one. Third rate, second rate, first rate, peak grade, super grade, and ultimate. A mysterious voice echoed, guiding everyone. Close your eyes, hold your mind firmly, and wait for the spirit pavilion to choose a combat skill for you. Everyone simultaneously looked up at the formation above. The seniors were also observing intently. DTN thought, based on Xiao Yun's talent, he will surely be bestowed a super grade combat skill. DTN cannot enter the heaven realm in this lifetime, and neither can his disciple. So what if he has some achievements? Hearing this, DTN spoke up to defend Xiao Yun. My inability doesn't mean my disciple can't. A senior retorted, Stop talking nonsense. That Xiao Yun seems to have been bestowed a third-rate combat skill. DTN was extremely bewildered. How could it be? Only a third-rate combat skill? How is that possible? My disciple is a one-of-a-kind talent. He comprehended 9 layers of the Chaos Sutra in a day, his spirit body tempering reaching the extreme realm. Tianyi was also quite shocked. 9 layers in one day? You really know how to joke. Unfortunately, I saw it very clearly. It truly is a third-rate combat skill. Dao skill, no doubt about it. Below, Xiao Yun reached out to take the third-rate combat skill book. A third-rate combat skill? The spirit pavilion looks down on me like this? Whispers began to spread. A third-rate combat skill. It seems Xiao Yun is indeed all talk and no substance. It's estimated that his extreme body tempering was forged by Elder D. Tian using heavenly and earthly treasures. Xiao Ya worriedly called out, Senior brother! However, Xiao Yun remained determined. If that's the case, I will let you see my strength. He quickly reached out his hand, intending to grab something, and then said loudly, Spirit Pavilion, Xiao Yun's talent needs no judgment from you. Bring out the strongest combat skill. I will prove my talent to you. Faced with his own decision, Xiao Yun received a lot of criticism from the brothers. Is he crazy? Demanding a fight with the Spirit Pavilion? I think he's an idiot. How could that be possible? That's right. What does he think the Spirit Pavilion is? Making a fool of himself. The Spirit Grand Elder expressed his opinion. Chaos Sutra, 9 layers in a day, extreme body tempering. Forget it. Give him a chance. I want to see how he proves himself. Objects suddenly fell from the formation. They were super-grade combat skill books. Everyone was astonished. He really... combat skills. What's going on? Impressive. Xiao Yun was a little puzzled. Why are there no ultimate combat skills? Tianyi sneered contemptuously. Ultimate combat skills? Still so arrogant without knowing. Truly showing off to the world. Di Tian explained to Xiao Yun. Disciple, after learning supergrade combat skills, you need to comprehend stronger moves yourself, which are ultimate combat skills. Therefore, they cannot be bestowed. He looked up in astonishment. Master, why are you here? Di Tian urged. Quickly choose a combat skill. Choosing one is enough. Even a super genius needs more than 10 years to master one supergrade combat skill. Xiao Yun forced a smile and replied, Then you underestimate your disciple. As soon as he finished speaking, he confidently made his choice. Then let's choose 6 first. The faces of the seniors all darkened at Xiao Yun's recklessness. Tianyi could only scoff. My God, is his brain filled with water? Other seniors also began to chime in. 6. Crazy. Truly crazy. 6. Even a divine son would need hundreds of years. It's truly absurd. A strong man appeared from somewhere and reminded, Hey everyone, stop making noise. Look, that Xiao Yun seems to be cultivating supergrade combat skills right here. While Xiao Ya was enthusiastically cheering from the side, Senior brother, keep it up. Xiao Yun sat looking at the book, calculating. Just now, by surprising them, I gained 6 more enlightenment opportunities. A total of 24 enlightenment opportunities. Truly excellent. System. Use 1 enlightenment opportunity for the 9 revolutions Tyrant Fist. Tianyi still had no faith in Xiao Yun. Cultivating on the spot? Are you kidding? That's a supergrade combat skill. Even a peerless genius would need many years. Di Tian, your disciple seems to have mental problems. A sharp cry echoed from somewhere. Di Tian remained calm and replied, Nothing is impossible. Xiao Yun is not the type to show off. Perhaps the boy can really grasp it. However, in his heart, he was extremely anxious. Good disciple, don't drag me into a pit. Below, Xiao Yun was concentrating fully on his cultivation. After a while, he opened his eyes. Everyone was extremely anxious. He opened his eyes. Could it be that he's finished cultivating? In the blink of an eye, Xiao Yun had advanced to the first revolution of the 9 revolutions, Tyrant Fist. It was done. The seniors and everyone else looked at him with admiration. Golden Light Body Tempering, the first revolution of the 9 revolutions, Tyrant Fist is complete. Xiao Yun glanced behind him, observing everyone's expressions. Xiao Yun ordered the system, use another enlightenment opportunity for the 9 revolutions, Tyrant Fist. Everyone present was filled with terror. Tianyi hesitantly guessed, could it be that he's continuing to cultivate the second revolution? The skills of the 9 revolutions, Tyrant Fist gradually manifested. In an instant, an oppressive aura of the 9th revolution of the 9 revolutions. Tyrant Fist emanated from around Xiao Yun. He grinned and said, Strength increased to 20 myriad pounds. Enlightenment opportunities also increased to 27 times. I'll go out and test it again. Get a few more enlightenment opportunities. Tianyi couldn't believe his eyes. He's truly cultivated it to perfection. Is this Xiao Yun a monster? Due to extreme embarrassment, he left huffily without saying a word. Di Tian stayed behind, letting out a sigh of relief. Fortunately, accepting this disciple is too convenient. In the evening, at Di Tian Mansion, a voice echoed throughout the mansion. It smells so good! Master, is it almost ready? Fu Ling gently replied, It's ready, little greedy cat. You won't be left out. A sumptuous banquet had been prepared. Xiao Yun opened his mouth as wide as possible. He unhesitatingly took a huge bite out of a giant drumstick. Xiao Ya was also startled and asked, Senior brother, isn't that a bit too much? In a flash, only a pile of dry bones remained on the table. Xiao Yun had eaten so much that his stomach was as round as a ball. Master, why did I eat so much? Di Tian quickly explained, Because your physical body has become stronger, the energy required is also much greater. Now you have 20 myriad pounds of strength, like 20 large men, so of course, your food intake is also greater. Xiao Yun was quite surprised. Isn't this a rice bucket? Di Tian took out a blank piece of paper and told him, Each super-grade combat skill cultivated to perfection can increase combat power by 10 myriad pounds, but only 3 are effective. And each super-grade combat skill transformed into an ultimate combat skill will also increase combat power by 1 myriad pounds, totaling 70 myriad pounds. Therefore, for someone with an ordinary physique, the combat power limit is 70 myriad pounds. After hearing this, Xiao Yun could only stare blankly, wondering how to tell his master the soul-painting style of his person. He curiously asked further, then how can one reach the limit of 100 myriad pounds? Dai Tian patiently explained, the remaining 30 myriad pounds require a special physique or body tempering with super-grade, heavenly and earthly treasures. Even the Chaos Great Emperor achieved it by relying on the limit of the Chaos body. Xiao Yun, while chewing noisily, asked, the super-grade heavenly and earthly treasures Master mentioned must be very hard to find, right? Di Tian calmly replied, if you were a divine son, the sacred land's treasures would naturally be given to you, but now it's definitely not possible. However, heavenly and earthly treasures can still be obtained from one place. Xiao Yun immediately stood up and asked, where? The atmosphere became frighteningly silent. Di Tian hesitated and replied, it's in... An image of a ferocious monster suddenly appeared in his mind. Their wrath could create brutal thunderstorms. Di Tian said with a terrified expression, the Dragon's Nest War. Xiao Yun felt extremely excited. The Dragon's Nest War? What's that? It sounds very powerful. Di Tian kindly recounted, then I'll tell you, the true dragon's lair is a mystic realm that opens once every 100 years. Sharp claws gradually appeared. It is said that the true dragon's lair is what the true dragon left behind before ascending after its feather transformation. Only cultivators at the body tempering realm are allowed to enter. Countless years ago, cultivators always took mystic treasures from the true dragon's lair, but only those at the body tempering realm could enter, so very little was known about the true dragon's lair. However, one mystic treasure was still taken out. That is, the purpose of the true dragon's lair is to temper the true dragon remnants inside, because the remnants must go through combat to evolve into the true dragon's physical body. However, the true dragon is using humans, and humans are also using it. In the true dragon's lair, there are not only super-grade heavenly and earthly treasures, but also the opportunity to sign a contract with a true dragon, turning it into a pet. The Dragon Raising Plan. Therefore, the true dragon's lair has 3 benefits. First, heavenly and earthly treasures can be obtained and taken away. Second, slaughtering true dragon remnants and bathing in their blood to evolve and upgrade. Third, capturing true dragon remnants. Xiao Yun curiously asked, so when does the true dragon's lair open? Di Tian calmly replied, don't be hasty. The true dragon's lair will open in 1 year. Before that, disciple, it's best to upgrade to the limit, because at that time, not only a few great sacred lands, but all other cultivation forces with prodigies will also participate. Fu Ling, standing nearby, continued, yes, the Taichu sacred land has always targeted us. The disciples sent before have never returned alive. Therefore, our sacred land has not sent anyone there for many years. Xiaoya excitedly said, I also want to go with senior brother. Fu Ling became angry and told her disciple, you really go wherever it's cool. Xiaoya also became timid. Di Tian said, if Xiao Yun can temper his body well before entering the true dragon's lair and can reach 70 myriad combat power, it's fine to go together. Xiao Yun made a firm resolution. Disciple will definitely try his best. Hearing this, Xiaoya's mood also became cheerful again. That's great. Early the next morning, at Tianyi Peak, Tianyi took out a jar containing medicinal pills. He carefully instructed Jing Xiao, this is the Enlightenment God Pill, specially refined for you by Master. It can only be used 3 times in a lifetime and can grant 3 enlightenment opportunities. You must strive to upgrade and fight for everything in the dragon's lair. Jing Xiao's face beamed with joy as he held the 3 pills in his hand. He hurriedly kowtowed to thank Tianyi. Many thanks, Master, for nurturing me. Disciple will definitely not bring shame to you. He showed a satisfied expression and said, go. Jing Xiao stood there, admiring the precious pills for a long time without leaving. Inside, his subordinate worriedly told Tianyi, Master, If young master uses 3 enlightenment god pills, I'm afraid he will no longer have the potential to grow. He still replied optimistically, the dragon's lair is once every 100 years. As long as the boy can bring things back here, it's good. As for the boy's future, it's not important. Jing Xiao gradually left Tianyi Peak. Tianyi smiled schemingly. I'm not that fool, Di Tian, who only has 100 years of lifespan left and still wholeheartedly dedicates himself to his disciple. 3 days later, at Dai Peak, Xiao Yun was happily and leisurely fishing and drinking tea. A sharp cry shattered the peaceful atmosphere. Senior brother, save me! Xiao Yun was so surprised that he spat out all the water he had just drunk. My God, no way! Xiao Ya was soaking in a tub of water, her back being whipped by her master, Fu Ling, who scolded, enduring a little punishment like this, and you're already crying for your life? This medicinal water and the pills you ate earlier are all treasures. This is to quickly forge a special technique for your body. Xiao Ya, unconvinced, whined. Then why doesn't senior brother need it? Fu Ling held the whip tightly in her hand and coldly replied, You don't need to worry about this. If young master cannot break through quickly, master naturally has ways to deal with him. But what she didn't expect was that she herself would also be severely punished by her master. Now, good disciple, another 500 whips. This made Fu Ling tremble, a chill running down her spine. My God, no way! I have to endure this too? Xiao Yun focused on his cultivation. System, use 1 enlightenment opportunity for the Tai Chi Divine Palm. A few minutes later, a new ultimate move was completed. Fu Ling was astonished, staring blankly. Look, your senior brother has learned another super-grade skill. Xiao Ya, indignant, couldn't believe what she was seeing. This is unreasonable. I was beaten and force-fed medicine, day and night, just to break through to the extreme realm. Senior brother catches fish and also gains 10 myriad pounds of combat power. Her disciple's words reminded Fu Ling of the training. She continued to whip Xiao Ya. Less nonsense. If you don't want to hinder young master, then continue to work hard. Xiao Ya screamed sharply, Save me, senior brother. Then she turned to plead with Fu Ling. I don't want to go to the true dragon's lair anymore. Master, please stop. Despite his junior sister's cries, Xiao Yun calmly continued to fish. This is the consequence of not having a system. Junior sister, keep it up. A week later, Jing Xiao stood before the strength assessment pillar. He punched it hard, and it emitted a beautiful golden light, stopping at the 190,000 mark. Jing Xiao couldn't help but feel smug. The Enlightenment God Pill is indeed a good thing. This quickly attracted a crowd who surrounded him, praising him effusively. Su Jingxiao is truly a heaven-sent talent. He's already broken through to the extreme realm. Becoming a divine son in the future is also within reach. Jingxiao's joy didn't last long before someone came to belittle him. It's just the extreme body-tempering realm. What's there to be so proud of? He whipped around to see who dared to speak so arrogantly. Xiao Ya appeared with Xiao Yun and her master Fu Ling, haughtily boasting, My senior brother reached the extreme realm long ago. Jing Xiao angrily retorted, So what if Xiao Yun is amazing? What does it have to do with you? You stinky brat, how much strength do you have? 60,000 or 70,000? Xiao Ya, infuriated by the contempt, puffed out her cheeks and ran straight forward, acting like a braggart. Then look carefully. Lin Xiao Ya used all her strength to deliver a palm strike. Her combat power reached 170,000. The surrounding crowd stared in amazement. Unexpectedly, Lin Xiaoya has reached the extreme body tempering realm. Is extreme body tempering that easy? Easy, my foot. Apart from those 3, are there any other newcomers who have reached 90,000 pounds of combat power? Truly none. Xiaoya, having proven her ability, immediately gloated. Well, surprised yet. Then she turned to call out, Senior brother, show them. Jing Xiao was furious, but couldn't say anything. Xiao Yun smiled faintly, not needing to step forward, directly transferring power to the realm measuring tower. Jing Xiao was so shocked he was dumbfounded. The combat power displayed the number 300,000. This terrifying score horrified everyone. They couldn't believe their eyes. He's leveled up again. Even a good horse can't catch up. Too scary. He smiled faintly, feeling that today was enough to satisfy himself. strolling around to get enlightenment opportunities, and even learning super-grade martial arts. How many can be like him? Xiaoya admired him even more. Senior brother is so amazing. Fu Ling came over to share the joy with Xiao Yun. Congratulations, young master. Your combat power has reached 30 myriad pounds. Come quickly. Master has a treasure he wants to reward you with. Hearing this, Xiao Yun's eyes lit up, and he smiled brightly. A treasure? Great. I like treasures the most. Fu Ling performed a spell, and a sharp-tipped saber slowly appeared. This is the profound iron-black saber. Xiao Yun excitedly reached out to take it, not forgetting to thank his master. Unexpectedly, its weight was greater than he thought. My God, so heavy! Xiao Yun couldn't lift the saber. Fu Ling laughed loudly and revealed the truth. This is Master's weapon for the Qi Condensation Realm and Divine Bridge Realm, weighing 10 myriad pounds. This is a gift specially prepared by your master, fearing you would be lazy, hoping it can help you. Xiao Yun was stunned, his face contorted like a monkey eating chili peppers. He tried to console himself. 10 myriad pounds? It seems the revolution is not yet successful. I still have to try my best. Next, I'll enlighten the divine wind steps and the mountain-splitting axe. At the Taichu Sacred Land's Sacred Hall, a meeting was taking place. Reporting to the Sacred Master, news has come from the Chaos Sacred Land. A super genius has appeared there, striking the Chaos Bell 9 times and taking DTN as his master. Currently, his combat power has reached 30 myriad pounds. The Taichu Sacred Master was surprised. There's such a thing? He immediately ordered his subordinate, Elder Wan Yanghui, take 2 disciples there and see what that person is really like before we plan further. Wan Yanghui received the order. Yes, I will carefully follow the Sacred Master's instructions. Only he knew how happy he was in his heart. The plan he had been brewing for so long was about to be realized. Back then, Di Tian, you relied on your superior strength to suppress me, causing me to lose face. This time, I will kill your disciple, making you despair for the rest of your life. Wan Yanghui took several days to reach the Chaos Sacred Land. Taichu Sacred Land's Wan Yanghui, following the Sacred Master's instructions, has come to visit the Chaos Sacred Land. Tianyi, hearing the news, rushed out to greet them. Unexpectedly, it was an old acquaintance. So it's Taoist Wan. We haven't met for many years, yet your demeanor is still the same as before. Wan Yanghui politely praised him a few words. Seeing Taoist Tianyi's prestige, you are about to break through to the heaven realm. Congratulations, as expected of the second Grand Elder. Tianyi politely replied, Taoist Wan, you praise me too much. But the 2 disciples following him bluntly said some hurtful words. Fu Miaotong said, the second Grand Elder, yet unable to reach the heaven realm. In Taichu, you wouldn't even be in the top 10. The Chaos Land is too inferior. Xie Yulong agreed. That's right, with such meager cultivation, still so self-satisfied. No wonder for so many years you haven't dared to send anyone into the dragon's lair. Tianyi felt like a knife had stabbed him straight in the heart, his spirit collapsing on the spot. Wan Yanghui smiled perfunctorily and explained, Children always speak the truth, saying what they see. Taoist friend, don't blame them, or shall we go meet the Sacred Master? Tianyi reluctantly invited the 3 of them in, already having his own plans. Old man, when I return, I will definitely go into seclusion and break through to the heaven realm. As soon as Wan Yanghui entered and paid respects to the Chaos Sacred Master, he stated his purpose directly. Wan, following the Sacred Master's instructions, has come for 2 reasons. First, to invite the Chaos Sacred Land to participate in the Dragon's Lair appointment next year. Second, to bring 2 juniors to compete a little with the esteemed disciples of your sacred land. I heard that you all discovered good seedlings this year. I'm sure they won't lose too quickly, right? Wan Yanghui sneered. Then there's nothing interesting at all. His condescending words infuriated the surrounding crowd, who voiced their criticisms. Wan Yanghui, you are too arrogant. That's right. Did you come here to be rude and disrespectful? Do you think our Chaos Sacred Land is afraid of you? Wan Yanghui calmly provoked, What's the use of boasting? If you're not convinced, then invite the esteemed disciples of your sacred land out. The Chaos Sacred Master then ordered, If that's the case, bring Xiao Yun, Su Jingxiao, and Lin Xiaoya here. In his heart, he was confident that Xiao Yun could win at least one match, so there was nothing to worry about. Wan Yanghui still held his head high, arrogant as ever, with a 0% chance of losing in his mind. A moment later, the people returned. Wan Yanghui turned to look as Xiao Yun, Su Jingxiao, and Lin Xiaoya entered. The Chaos Sacred Master introduced them to him and also asked how he wanted to compete. He turned to ask his two disciples, Yulong, Miaotong, how do you want to compete? Miaotong confidently stepped forward and introduced herself. My name is Fu Miaotong, ranked 10th in the body tempering realm of the Taichu Sacred Land. Defeating the three of you, I alone am enough. No need to trouble senior brother to act. This immediately angered Lin Xiaoya. Ranked 10th, and yet you're so arrogant? If you didn't know better, one would think you were ranked first. Miaotong calmly retorted, so what if I'm 10th in Taichu? Defeating the number 1 of your Chaos Sacred Land is more than enough. Truly, master and disciple are alike, always saying such arrogant words, good at provoking people. Lin Xiaoya drew her weapon, ready to fight, boasting without shame. Let me see if your skills are as formidable as your mouth. Miaotong accepted the challenge. Since you are seeking humiliation yourself, I will grant your wish. Come on. Lin Xiaoya attacked Miaotong relentlessly with 1,000-weight shadows, but couldn't even touch a hair on her. Miaotong only needed to draw her sword to parry Xiaoya's whip, even mocking her inferior talent. Xiao Yun, watching, couldn't help but sigh. Junior sister is still too naive. Just a few words, and she gets angry and loses her composure. Miaotong, while dodging, approached Xiaoya and then used one sword body severance, forcing her to drop her weapon. You lost. You couldn't even take one move. Truly disappointing. Although Xiaoya lost, she was certain that Miaotong couldn't defeat her senior brother. Miaotong, having just won a match, provocatively invited Xiao Yun. All right then, let him come out and try. Xiao Yun stepped forward and confidently told Xiaoya to step down. Senior brother will vent your anger for you. He even carefully reminded Miaotong, people of Taichu, I won't bully you. You can let me take a step back, and it will count as your win. Miaotong angrily shouted, such big talk. Watch this sword. Xiao Yun created a protective circle around himself. After mastering the 9 revolutions, Tyrant Fist, Tai Chi Divine Palm, Divine Windsteps, and Mountain Splitting Axe, he was bored from having no one to practice with. Miaotong attacked with her ultimate move, the Tai Chi Divine Palm, but the defense was too strong, preventing her from getting close. Miaotong tried again. Wan Yanghui observed and made his own assessment. He has mastered the Tai Chi Divine Palm. It seems Miaotong will have difficulty breaking his defense. Miaotong dragged her sword. Yulong suddenly discovered. Junior sister's one sword body. Severance has broken through in battle. Then Miaotong used all her strength to deliver a palm strike, deciding to clash with Xiao Yun's sword technique. Xiaoya, worried, cheered from the outside. Senior brother, keep it up. Miaotong's sword touched Xiao Yun's yin-yang circle. He smirked faintly. The sword broke in 2 before Miaotong's astonished eyes. How is this possible? She fell to the ground, watching Xiao Yun retract his ultimate move. Miaotong couldn't defeat him. Yulong told her to step back. Junior sister Fu, step down. He must have truly entered the 3 prohibition domain. Miaotong, still unconvinced, challenged Xiao Yun. Could it be that people of your Chaos Sacred Land only know how to defend? Miaotong shouted, if you have the skill, then defeat me, otherwise I won't admit defeat. Xiao Yun agreed. In a flash, he approached Miaotong and punched her directly. A fatal blow. Miaotong coughed up fresh blood. Yulong rushed up to support his junior sister. He criticized Xiao Yun. Such ruthless moves. This is just a spar. Yet your excellency's moves are too cruel. Xiao Yun calmly replied, I didn't attack her. She said I only knew how to defend. I attacked, and you say I'm ruthless. People of Taichu Sacred Land, if you don't want to admit defeat, just say so directly. Yulong, angered, directly challenged Xiao Yun. Despicable! I, Xie Yulong, ranked 9th in the body-tempering realm of Taichu, seek to learn from senior brother's profound moves. Xiao Yun didn't even bother to refuse directly. I'm tired from the previous fight. I want to rest a bit. He stepped back, pushing all the responsibility onto Jing Xiao, the disciple of some grand elder who was watching the excitement. It's your turn, brother. Jing Xiao was so surprised his jaw dropped. But Jing Xiao knew Xiao Yun's scheme all too well, to use him as an outlet for the other guy's anger. Tired, my foot. You clearly defeated your opponent with one move, making them cough up blood. Now this kid is full of anger, and you're telling me to go up there and get beaten? Yulong shifted his challenge to Su Jing Xiao. If that's the case, then I will seek to learn from senior brother Su's profound moves first. Come on. His surging momentum terrified Jing Xiao even more. Yulong continued to taunt. What? Don't dare to accept the challenge? Jing Xiao's stomach churned even more. He couldn't even cry. It must be Xiao Yun's doing intentionally. However, with so many people watching, I can only brace myself and go up. On the surface, he boldly accepted the challenge. What's there not to dare? If you want to fight, then fight. Xiao Ya excitedly praised her senior brother to no end. Senior brother is too cunning. Next, Su Jingxiao is going to get beaten. Xiao Yun smiled faintly, not accepting the praise, only saying it was intelligence, and didn't forget to remind his junior sister not to be so impulsive in the future. Xiao Ya nodded. Many thanks, senior brother, for your guidance. The Chaos Sacred Master, who had been watching all along, was extremely satisfied with Xiao Yun. This child, Xiao Yun, is truly excellent. It is precisely wisdom that deserves to be nurtured. Su Jingxiao overcame his fear, held his sword, and attacked, telling himself, maintain face, don't lose too miserably. Yulong rushed up, and with just one move, sent the sword in his opponent's hand, flying. Another palm, strike to the stomach, and Su Jingxiao immediately coughed up blood. Yulong delivered another move. Su Jingxiao flew freely through the air, finally landing on the wall right above Xiao Ya, making her tremble. Even Xiao Yun was surprised. The surrounding crowd was astonished. It's lightning body, so it's a prodigy with a special physique. No wonder he's so strong. Looking at this strength, I'm afraid he has already stepped into the threshold of the 3 prohibition domain. The Chaos Sacred Master also had to nod in silent acknowledgement of their abilities. Ranked 9th and already has a special physique. Taichu Sacred Land is indeed very strong. Xiao Yun, hearing everyone's discussion, learned about the lightning body for the first time. Su Jingxiao fell into a coma. His master, Tianyi, while scolding him for being a good-for-nothing, performed a spell and flung him out, disappearing into mid-air. Xiao Yun learned from the Chaos Sacred Master that the lightning body is naturally able to control lightning with fast speed and strong attacks. Combined with Lightning Fist, it is indeed extraordinary. Wan Yanghui smugly boasted, "What's this? Just a king body." In this generation of our Taichu, there are several with divine bodies, and one with a supreme body. The Chaos Sacred Master was unexpectedly curious to know the identity of the person possessing the supreme body. Wan Yanghui explained, the space-time body ranked 4th on the supreme ranking. It is said that this type of physique can control time and space. It's said that any divine ability in that person's hands can unleash infinite power. Tianyi, hearing this for the first time, felt, is the supreme body that terrifying? Xiao Yun had also heard his master say that special physiques have 3 grades: king body, divine body, and the 10 great supreme bodies. Chaos body, heaven-swallowing demon body, innate sacred body, Tao embryo, space-time body, profound yellow indestructible body, 10,000 Buddha's body, desolate ancient sacred body, firmament tyrant body, divine king body, immortal king body, supreme yin body, supreme yang body, and also the 5 elements: divine body, heavenly demon body, lightning body, profound ice body, lesser yang body, etc. Xiao Yun pondered with a little worry. Although the gap between the 10 great supreme bodies is not large, that person's supreme body is ranked 4th. I'm afraid it won't be easy to deal with. Yulong, impatient, no longer waited and spoke first. Senior brother Xiao, have you rested enough? Xiao Yun stretched and replied with a superior air. Many thanks, junior brother, for your concern. I have rested enough. Yulong was furious. Being polite to you is being polite. Do you really think of me as your junior brother? Then let's begin. Yulong rushed forward, attacking with terrifyingly powerful force, which even Xiao Yun had to somewhat admire. As expected of a genius with a special physique, truly formidable. Xiao Yun retreated a few steps, starting to dodge Yulong's attacks. Xiao Yun decided on a move, the 9 Revolutions Tyrant Fist. Yulong smiled triumphantly. This is more like it. Tianyi and the Chaos Sacred Master both knew their intentions, to meet force with force, a single move to decide victory or defeat. It was unknown who would win. Wan Yanghui still believed Yulong would definitely win. The 2 ultimate moves collided, evenly matched. Although Yulong was injured, he still didn't give up and rushed forward to attack again. Xiao Yun calmly met the attack. Come if you want. Although both were very strong and had entered the 3 prohibition domain, outsiders could sense that Xiao Yun was slightly stronger. Xiao Yun quickly recognized the strengths and weaknesses in Yulong's ultimate move. The lightning body's greatest strength is speed. Attacking like this is not very wise. Xiao Yun immediately hit Yulong in the face with a mountain-splitting axe move, shocking him so much he froze on the spot. This is the super-grade combat skill, mountain-splitting axe. It can increase physical strength in a short time. How is this possible? How does he know so many super-grade combat skills? Gaining momentum, he continued to attack. Xiao Yun unleashed a series of ultimate moves that he had VIP unlocked to master, beating his opponent into a spinning top, unable to defend. The Sacred Master, while watching the match, was also constantly amazed. Unexpectedly, Xiao Yun could cultivate 4 types of super-grade combat skills to great perfection in such a short time. The elders also tacitly agreed with this. Xiao Yun truly lives up to his name as a genius, striking the Chaos Bell 9 times and also having the mountain-splitting axe. Xiao Yun can definitely win. Wan Yanghui was not worried because his side was at a disadvantage, as he knew for sure that the good show was yet to come. The possessor of a king body is not someone who is all talk and no substance. The disciples from both sides had fought for 100 rounds without a clear winner. Yulong, seeing the situation was not good, seemed to be using his strong move now. Although Xiao Yun had made great cultivation achievements over time, as the saying goes, in the world of martial arts, only speed is unstoppable. And Yulong, with the advantage of his king body, could achieve lightning-fast speed. In the blink of an eye, he rushed close to Xiao Yun. Reflexively, Xiao Yun used Tai Chi Divine Palm to defend. However, this played right into his opponent's hands. It turned out that the powerful move just now was just a feint, and Yulong was aiming for Xiao Yun's opening from behind, attacking. He gathered lightning into a ball in his palm. Xiao Yun quickly realized the danger and hurriedly jumped back to dodge his opponent's attack. This time, thanks to his quick reflexes, he wasn't hit hard, but his arm was still affected by the lightning palm. Indeed, an enemy with a special physique cannot be underestimated. Wan Yanghui took the opportunity to boast loudly, "There's no need to persist in struggling anymore. One is a mortal body, the other is a king body. It's clearly a difference, like heaven and earth. This is predetermined by heaven." Xiao Yun dispelled the influence of the lightning on his arm. At this moment, he looked more focused than ever, refuting Wan Yanghui's words. Victory or defeat is not yet certain. There's another saying, man can conquer heaven. I will not lose. Xiao Yun had the system use 1 enlightenment opportunity for the divine win steps. It's like, if I can't win the fight, I'll pay for VIP later. After Xiao Yun enlightened the super grade combat skill, Divine Wind Steps, it evolved into the ultimate combat skill, God-slaying steps. Yulong, still arrogant and smug, his face puffed up like a rice cake, didn't yet know fear. He laughed loudly and said, "Xiao Yun, you're killing me. Still, man can conquer heaven? Even if I show you the trajectory of the lightning body, can you catch me?" As good as his word, Yulong demonstrated his extremely fast and agile movements. It seemed as if all 4 directions were surrounded and overwhelmed by the enemy. This move was no different from toying with prey. The 2 exchanged glances full of affection. Xiao Yun used his new movement technique to keep up with Yulong's movements, successfully grabbing his arm. His movement technique was immediately interrupted. To Yulong's astonishment, his face turned pale. It really comes down to the system. In this world, there's nothing that paying for VIP can't solve. If not, then I'll pay twice. Xiao Yun's title as a super VIP player isn't just for show. The crowd, Yulong, who loved to watch drama, followed this match. Everyone was shocked. Xiao Yun actually managed to achieve enlightenment in battle. Yulong was a bit embarrassed by this, but he quickly regained his composure and said, "So what if you caught me? Your mountain-splitting axe has run out of time. Right now, your strength is probably not even equal to mine." Saying so, he continued to gather lightning palm force in his palm and rushed forward, aiming straight for Xiao Yun's face. Xiao Yun didn't hold back either, raising his fist to counter. The two opposing airstrikes collided, creating a strong shockwave. Yulong's face turned purple as he looked at his hand, which had been beaten until all 5 fingers were splayed. Xiao Yun took the opportunity to give him another heavenly kick. "What, king body? It's just this much." Yulong was kicked, fell flat on his face, and slid across the floor. Fu Miaotong hurriedly ran to help him up. This time, although he was beaten black and blue, he wasn't completely out. Wan Yanghui couldn't understand why his disciple, who was so strong, still lost. He asked Xiao Yun a few questions. "I'm really curious. Your mountain-splitting axe just now had exceeded its time limit. How did you win against Yulong?" Xiao Yun replied frankly, "It's not that simple. I already had the strength of the 4 prohibition domain. Even without the mountain-splitting axe, I'm stronger than him. It was just an act. Enlightening in battle is a bit too much. It's better to be modest." Wan Yanghui then smiled mysteriously. Originally, he was worried that Xiao Yun was truly a prodigy who could achieve enlightenment in battle. But based on this answer, this kid was not a threat. Yulong, having been ambushed unexpectedly, was still very bitter. "If I had known I would be slapped in the face like this, I shouldn't have shown the enemy the trajectory of the lightning 9 steps." The sacred master spoke up, ending the battle. Taoist Wan has conceded. Wan Yanghui led his 2 disciples away, tail between their legs. Before leaving, his tone was still very arrogant. "Concede or not, we'll meet at the dragon's lair." The sacred master turned to praise Xiao Yun, because this time he had performed excellently, bringing glory to the entire sect. Xiao Yun humbly replied, "Sacred master, you praise me too much. As a disciple of the Chaos Sacred Land, this is all within my duty." The sacred master expressed great satisfaction. "Well said. However, when you enter the dragon's lair, you must be careful of the people from Taichu. They absolutely will not show you any mercy." Xiao Yun, full of fighting spirit, replied, "Sacred master, rest assured. If the people of Taichu dare to touch this disciple will definitely send all of them on a 6-plank coffin ride." This fierce declaration made everyone who witnessed it turn pale. The sacred master was also speechless with Xiao Yun and told him to continue to return to cultivation. On the way back, Lin Xiaoya curiously asked, Senior brother, was that really you achieving enlightenment just now? Why didn't you tell the truth?" Xiao Yun replied that because the grudge between their sect and Taichu was not light, he couldn't carelessly reveal his trump cards. In the blink of an eye, the sky had turned to late afternoon. Upon returning, disciple Yulong apologized to his master for losing to the opponent today. Wan Yanghui replied, "It's not your fault. If Xiao Yun hadn't hidden his strength, we wouldn't have lost so miserably." Thinking back now, Yulong still felt a chill. A mortal body, yet in such a short time, able to cultivate 3 super-grade combat skills to perfection, and one of them has even reached the supreme realm. Truly terrifying. Wan Yanghui said nonchalantly, "It's because you guys are too green. Even a divine son absolutely cannot break through so quickly. He must have used the Enlightenment God Pill 3 times to reach such a level." Yulong, hearing this, jumped up and said, "Although the Enlightenment God Pill is good, it will affect one's foundation. Why would the Chaos Sacred Land do that? Isn't he a prodigious genius?" Wan Yanghui gleefully believed that Xiao Yun was just a nobody with no aptitude. The Chaos Sacred Land wanted him to go to the dragon's lair to get some benefits. After all, losing a mortal body was no great loss. His 2 disciples were only now enlightened. It seems the Chaos Sacred Land has truly declined. Wan Yanghui then ordered his disciples, "When you enter the dragon's lair at that time, cooperate with your other senior and junior brothers and ambush him. We must stir up the waters of this dragon's lair map." Upon returning to the mansion, his master curiously asked Xiao Yun about his thoughts, after encountering the talented disciples of Taichu. Xiao Yun honestly replied that they were very strong. Just the 9th and 10th ranked disciples were able to eliminate the Chaos Sacred Land. Di Tian, seeing this, was a little worried. I heard that this time there's a lightning body disciple. Their sacred land also has a space-time supreme body master. Xiao Yun was very calm and confident, saying that he would soon achieve 700,000 combat power. His master reminded him not to be careless. The strength of a special physique is not just combat power. What's more terrifying is the special ability. Xiao Yun couldn't argue, because if Yulong hadn't been weaker than Xiao Yun today, and hadn't carelessly revealed his movement path, defeating him wouldn't have been so easy. Xiao Yun asked his master if he had any plans to deal with the space-time supreme body. Di Tian thought for a moment and then said, "As far as I know, the space-time body is naturally able to control space and time with extremely fast speed. Lightning is just a joke. Moreover, he can also slow down your speed by controlling time. Although that person is only at the body tempering realm and his control over space-time is not too strong, even if he can only control a little, it's enough to ambush a whole bunch of other players. This person's speed is definitely 10 times that of the lightning body." Xiao Yun was culturally shocked hearing this. "So fast? Then wouldn't I not even be able to touch his shadow? Then how can I fight back?" Di Tian, after scaring his disciple half to death, chuckled. "You think the supreme body is easy to deal with? However, there are still 4 ways to cope. First, practice long-range attack combat skills, attacking before the enemy gets close. Second, enhance your own defense to block the enemy's attacks. Third, use spirit stones to set up formations in advance to limit the enemy's speed. And fourth, use sound wave attacks to suppress their spirit, making it impossible to guard against." Xiao Yun's eyes lit up when he saw his old man being unusually helpful today, able to think of so many ways to cope. Di Tian then threw out many sets of cultivation manuals, such as the long-range combat skill, Little Life Flying Dagger is no match for Mom's Flying Slipper, the defensive combat skill, Golden Bell Shroud, Illusionary Paw Strike, Sound Wave combat skills, and also many formation techniques, guaranteed to be enough for Xiao Yun to die and become a martyr. Xiao Yun took all the books and began to go home to study for the exam. By early the next morning, Xiao Yun, in order to master all those cultivation techniques and skills, had recharged quite a bit. Since the last time he learned the Chaos Sutra, this was the day he had to hack the most. The system announced a new mission. Enter the Hidden Dragon ranking. The higher the rank, the greater the enlightenment reward. The highest is rank 1, rewarding 10 enlightenment opportunities. While Xiao Yun was bewildered about what this ranking was, Fu Ling helped him understand. The Hidden Dragon ranking is a ranking list for Outer Sect disciples. Outer Sect disciples challenge the Illusionary Demon Tower. Those with accumulated points in the top 100 will enter the Hidden Dragon ranking and can obtain more resources. Young Master is a disciple of a Grand Elder, so the resources obtained are more than theirs. Why would you also want to try to clear the tower once? Xiao Yun said Muke that he wanted to improve his combat experience, but in reality, it was for the enlightenment points. Lin Xiaoya, hearing there was something interesting, also insisted on going along. The exam time arrived. The candidates were brought to the Illusionary Demon Tower. Only before entering the examination room did Xiao Yun begin to read the rules, because he was the type of player who only started swimming when the water reached his butt. Fu Ling explained that this Illusionary Demon Tower was used to test the combat power and magic weapons of the disciples. 4 white stone tablets recorded the disciples, ranked above 100th on the Hidden Dragon, Ascending Dragon, True Dragon, and Saint rankings. 10 black stone tablets recorded the strongest individuals in history, from body tempering to the heaven realm. The Hidden Dragon ranking represented the Outer Sect disciples, ranked 100th in the body, Tempering Realm, and Chi Condensation Realm. Their illusionary clones were in the Illusionary Demon Tower. Defeating the corresponding clone could earn their rank. Because they were illusionary clones, their real bodies didn't need to be present. Even if the clone died, it wouldn't harm the real body. Xiao Yun asked, "So as long as I defeat someone on the Hidden Dragon ranking, my clone will also be in there and accept challenges from other disciples? Fu Ling nodded in confirmation. That's right. However, your cultivation hasn't reached the qi condensation realm yet, so the clone will disappear. If you want it to be permanently preserved, you must obtain the number 1 position on the Hidden Dragon ranking and then defeat the strongest disciple of all eras. Xiao Yun, relying on the strength from his system, held his head high, parallel to the sky. This is also very excellent. It can let future disciples admire my peerless demeanor. Lin Xiaoya, beside him, looked at his grandstanding and felt nauseous. Fu Ling advised, Young master, don't underestimate the strongest disciples of all eras. They are not easy to deal with. Among them is also the clone of the Chaos Ancestor. He is the founder of the Chaos Sacred Land. Hearing that he had to combat such a figure, Xiao Yun's smile vanished. The Chaos Ancestor is the number 1 in all eras, yet he also left a clone? Xiao Yun's master, Di Tian, was also one of the strongest in all eras, but was only ranked last among the 100 Transcendent Realm experts. Fu Ling was not surprised by this. For Master to be able to enter the ranking list of the strongest in all eras is already very good. Xiao Yun smiled confidently, wondering to himself how far he could go when he activated VIP. This is a bit interesting. Now I will enter the Illusionary Demon Tower. Since stepping into the tower, Xiao Yun had been separated from his junior sister. Only the spirit of the Demon Tower acted as the Game Master. Its name was Illusionary Demon Canada. Xiao Yun directly stated his goal, to challenge the Hidden Dragon ranking. The spirit immediately took Xiao Yun to fight the clone of the disciple, ranked 100th on the list. Defeating that person would immediately replace him. Xiao Yun sensed an attack. The clone of the disciple named Lin Jie rushed out to fight. Indeed, the person ranked last on this list has already reached the qi condensation realm. However, he doesn't seem very strong, with combat power only around 20 myriad pounds. So Xiao Yun fed him Han, beat him up, as if he were his son, grabbing his opponent's head and throwing him, breaking the floor of the Illusionary Demon Tower. A notification appeared. Congratulations to Disciple Xiao Yun for entering the Hidden Dragon ranking. This caught the attention of the melon-eating crowd outside. They chattered excitedly. I heard Xiao Yun entered the Forbidden Domain long ago. I wonder what rank he can achieve. At this time, Xiao Yun felt that challenging everyone one by one was too tiring, so he told the illusionary demon to take him directly to challenge the person ranked 50th. The illusionary demon readily agreed to the player's request. Xiao Yun fought the clone of the disciple ranked 50th, named Wang Fei. Xiao Yun let his opponent strike first to see how it was. Unexpectedly, even this 50th ranked person was as weak as a snail, with combat power not even reaching 30 myriad pounds. He only needed to launch one attack to dissipate the illusionary clone. With this little strength, it's not even worth my effort. The system announced a reward of 1 enlightenment opportunity because Xiao Yun had entered the top 50 of the ranking. It seemed that a commotion had already started outside. Xiao Yun confidently continued to challenge the disciple ranked 10th. The people outside excitedly watched Xiao Yun's rank rise at a dizzying speed, full of admiration. Lin Xiaoya, on the other hand, hadn't even passed the parking lot, preliminary stage, and had already been kicked out. Fu Ling comforted her. The person ranked 100th is already at the peak of the qi condensation realm. It's normal if you can't beat them. But Xiao Yun entered the Forbidden Domain long ago. His rank definitely won't stop here. Lin Xiaoya then went to see the ranking on the stone tablet. As soon as she got close, she heard the crowd cheering like it was a football match. It turned out Xiao Yun had already reached rank 3. Lin Xiaoya was truly a Mei fan of her senior brother. Truly the essence of convergence, women love him very much. The real bodies of the disciples ranked 3rd. Lu Haosuo and 2nd, Zhang Jing, also came to watch the excitement. Zhang Jing guessed that after Xiao Yun defeated Lu Haosuo, he would definitely go straight to challenge the person ranked 1st. Lin Xiaoya curiously asked him who was ranked 1st, and someone pointed it out to her. The top of the Hidden Dragon ranking is Shi Chunyu. Her real body has also come to witness it. People discussed whether Xiao Yun could win first place and defeat an enemy with up to 750,000 combat power. Even Shi Chunyu was very curious. Someone at the body tempering realm can actually reach rank 3 on the hidden dragon ranking? She somewhat looked forward to her opponent's performance. At this time, Xiaoyun had received a reward of 8 enlightenment opportunities. Relying on this grandstanding challenge, he confidently challenged the person ranked first. Unexpectedly, the enemy was a beautiful woman with an attacking chest and a defensive butt. That clone spoke, I, Shi Chunyu, once swore that whoever can defeat my illusionary clone, I will become their attendant. No way! Such a beautiful sister. Isn't this like offering herself up for people to hup? Enjoy? Xiaoyun stared blankly at his opponent. This girl really has some intention, leaving such a message. Isn't she afraid that some scoundrel will defeat her? While he was still wondering, Chunyu had already prepared to attack. She decisively launched a move towards him. Xiaoyun immediately counterattacked to defend, but felt he couldn't block this move. He cursed inwardly. Damn it! The ultimate move Chunyu unleashed was about to break his technique. Formidable, her combat power unexpectedly surpasses the 7 Prohibition domain. The sword strikes were getting closer and closer to Xiaoyun. At this moment, he also knew things were not good. Unexpectedly, the Tai Chi diagram was broken by Chunyu. Her sword path had gradually surpassed Xiaoyun's technique. However, when it went deeper, it was blocked. Chunyu looked at it with annoyance. Xiaoyun was inside, and she couldn't attack from the outside. A large bell covered his entire body. Each toll of the bell was a saber shadow thrown out. Then try this, Chunyu fought very seriously. She was preparing to unleash some ultimate move again. Indeed, just after that, a white mist covered the place. Behind her, 2 large, pure white dragons appeared. They simultaneously advanced, aiming straight for where Xiaoyun was hiding in the bell. The 2 dragons wreaked havoc for a while, the ground like a chaotic battlefield. Xiaoyun inside knew there was some trouble. First, he stepped out, then used his agile body to jump over the dragon's body. He ran very fast to avoid it chasing him. While running, he thought, wait, Shi Chunyu's combat power is actually stronger than mine, but I have more skills than her. When he thought of this, he confidently stopped. Xiaoyun took out his treasures, ready to deal with her 2 dragons. I can't lose. Thinking so, he immediately unleashed everything at once. Xiaoyun created a screen of fire burning around the dragon's body. He smiled and made a hand sign. Dragon's might! Immediately, the dragon was summoned. Xiaoyun ordered it to advance. Suddenly, Chunyu clutched her head. She screamed sharply, her face changing color. This is a good opportunity! Xiaoyun rushed forward, swinging his fist. At this moment, the system announced, Host is at the top of the hidden dragon list. Reward, 10 enlightenment opportunities. Host has caused a sensation. Reward, 3 enlightenment opportunities. Xiaoyun was very satisfied. Finally won again. Outside, everyone had also just heard the announcement congratulating Xiaoyun, disciple of the Grand Elder, for achieving first place in the hidden dragon rank. Everyone's jaw dropped. Is this true? Chunyu at this time also admitted, You are formidable. This is someone worthy of me following. Li Bufan is far inferior to Xiaoyun. Jiang Jing reminded Chunyu, Senior Sister Shi, I remember you said in the illusionary demon tower that whoever can defeat you, you will pursue them. I wonder if Senior Sister will really pursue Xiaoyun. Others here didn't expect Chunyu to say such words. They thought Xiaoyun had gotten lucky. Others thought, Lucky my foot! Don't you know that Divine Son Li Bufan has his eyes on Shi Chunyu? There's a good show to watch. At this moment, Chunyu spoke up. Zheng Jing, you teased a young lady and were taught a lesson by me, so you want to take this opportunity to take revenge? He arrogantly replied, So what if it's true? Do you dare to answer my question? Li Bufan is arrogant and conceited. If you dare to agree to pursue Xiaoyun, he will definitely not let you off. She firmly asserted, I, Shi Chunyu, keep my word. As long as Xiaoyun agrees, I will pursue him. Xiaoya was astonished. What? How can any young lady dare to say such words? Truly shameless. Seeing her blushing with anger, Fu Ling immediately understood. This little girl is in love. Just then, a light shone from the front. This is to congratulate disciple Xiaoyun of the Grand Elder for ranking among the 100 strongest in the history of Chaos Sacred Land and Cultivation. Everyone admired, "The history of 100 people is too formidable." That's right, such fame and glory for generations to come. His name will go down in history. I wonder if he can take another step forward. Jiang Jing looked more and more hateful. So what if it's the history of 100 people? I'll go inform Divine Son Li Bufan now. Jiang Jing clutched his stomach in anger and left. With Xiao Yun's personality, if you don't die, I'll follow your surname. And that bitch Shi Chunyu, you won't be able to run either. But Xiao Yun received a new mission. Challenge the strongest in the Chaos Sacred Land realm. 100th place rewards 10 enlightenment opportunities. 50th place rewards 30 enlightenment opportunities. 3rd place rewards 70 enlightenment opportunities. He felt this reward was truly amazing. Then I will continue. Half an hour later, the ground was suddenly turned into rubble. Xiao Yun was running from a monster chasing him from behind. The one using the heavenly demon's body is too terrifying. Every step he takes cracks the ground. Xiao Yun tried to run away from him, but when he turned his head was only a few spans away from his foot. Xiao Yun was kicked into the sky by him with immense power. He fell to the ground, coughing up blood. The ground also had a dent. Even so, he told himself, don't panic. Master once said that as long as it's not a supreme body, every realm will have loopholes. Just then, his opponent roared again. Xiao Yun quickly stood up. His steps were nimble, and soon he was heading this way again. However, this time Xiao Yun quickly dodged his punch. Xiao Yun teleported backward, and because of this, he saw the key point. He stared at it. Found it! Xiao Yun used his thousands of knives to fly towards his opponent. The opponent was terrified just by looking. The speed of each flying knife was astonishingly fast. He already knows the weak point is the 5th lumbar vertebra. It was finally discovered by Xiao Yun. This time, being hit in a vital spot, no matter how strong he was, he could only roar in vain. Xiao Yun received a notification from the system. Host has achieved 10th place in the history of body tempering. Reward, 50 enlightenment opportunities. Host has caused a sensation. Reward, 3 enlightenment opportunities. Xiao Yun let out a sigh of relief. The entire divine body of a human is truly terrifying. Although the body has reached its limit, it can only escape. However, the number of enlightenment opportunities has also reached 146 times. So comfortable.